Hey everybody, how you doing? It is MIM time, meme time. That's right, music industry makeover. And hey, we do this every Thursday night right here at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to thank you all so much for joining us. Okay, hey, we just get things rolling. Hope your week has been good. And we give God all the praise and honor as we bring you another show that's going to bless your soul. All right. And so spread the word, tell a friend. And yeah, hey, we got Miss Simone Henry's in the house at Shay Music. How
Yeah.
you doing? Yep. Yep, I
Oh,
can hear
good.
you.
I'm using headphones for the first time.
You using
Um,
headphones.
I'm hopeful. Yes, I put them behind my back. I'm vain.
Mhm.
I didn't want to show them.
Okay. All right. All right. Hey, make it
So,
work. One day I'll get
yeah,
that high tech and fancy too one day. Who knows?
but yeah,
Man.
it's just regular. It's the regular. What you call it? The
Man.
ones that come with the phones.
One to come with
So
okay, all
yeah,
right.
but I just put it behind me.
All right. Well, hey, yes,
Mhm.
we are here. Hey, how's your week been?
The week has been busy. It's been busy.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yes.
Oh wow.
Yes, I'm gonna be catching up on sleep. Probably Friday night, Saturday. Yeah.
Friday. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Well, hey,
I'll
look,
be
you
catching up on some sleep and yeah.
well, rest is good. Okay. Hey, everybody needs to rest for
It
sure.
sure
All right.
is.
You don't want to keep going grinding and grinding because the word grind, you wear out. You know,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
grinding. It wears out.
That's true.
So
That's true. You gotta rest.
again, it'll be there. And I always hear people talking about, yeah, team no sleep, whatever. Well, hey, that's not good.
No, it's
Okay.
not good for you. I mean, everything,
No,
everything in moderation.
in moderation, exactly,
Honestly. Okay.
exactly.
I'm trying to find this broadcast on Facebook.
I'm trying to find it on
Oh,
Facebook. Well,
are you broadcasting from the group?
yes, we should be on the group. Yes, we
Okay, let me
should,
see.
and yes, we should be on the group
Yes,
there. And
I need to make
if you
sure.
if you all are tuning in, make sure you go and check us out. Hey, how you doing? Yes, yes, I'm on there. Okay. Good
Okay.
evening. How you doing, Facebook user, whoever that is? Yeah. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. All right, we are the Music Industry Makeover, and we want to also
There we
give
go.
give shout outs to there to
Yeah. Good evening. Thank you
man.
so much for joining us. I found it.
You found it, huh? Okay.
Hold on. All right. There we
Yes.
go.
All right. Hey, we give it to our sponsors right here. Matter of fact, here, yes, Spectrum. Make sure you go and check them out. All right. You see the information. Give Patricia a call. All right. We thank her so much for being a sponsor of the show. So thank you again. If you'd like to be a part of it, hey, only $10 for one show or $30 for the month. Okay. And I think I got an inbox from Miss Sheila, who's looking to sponsor as well. Hey, Mary, how you doing out there? Thank you so much. One of our faithful viewers and supporters. Thank you so much. All right. And so, yes, go ahead on. We have information there, musicindustrymakeover.com. Go to musicindustrymakeover.com. And if you're also seeing us on the Facebook page, go ahead there and scroll down. You can see the information for sponsorship. That's one of our lowest packages for you. All right. The same thing. The whole key thing is about promoting. You got to promote whatever it is that you're putting out there. Okay. So people need to hear or see what it is that you have to offer. And the only way to do that is through marketing and promotions, because we are the Music Industry Makeover. And we're not the only ones out there. There's some other great quality, good businesses and marketing companies that do a phenomenal job. And you need to definitely utilize them as well. Right? You can never have too much marketing. So that's what we talk about here.
It should be 80% of your business at least.
Mm-hmm. 80% of your business. And
Mm.
yes, you are a business. You are a business. Remember that. You are a business. Your name, your brand is a business. Music is just a part of it. All right. It's part of the product. So tonight, again, if you want to comment on our page, comment on the Facebook, the YouTube page. Go to our YouTube page, subscribe to that. All right. We'd love for you to follow us. We will be broadcasting there as well as on Facebook as well. And so
Mhm.
tell a friend, share this, go and start a watch party if you want to. All right. And we'll try to answer your questions. Tonight, we're going to talk about singles, albums,
Or EPs.
or EPs,
Yeah, which is easier to market.
Right.
Which should you be doing?
What should you be doing? Exactly.
Mm.
I mean, we know you should be doing something. All right. You definitely need to be doing something. But
Absolutely.
but for us, the easier part of marketing, yes, which is easier to market, your album, your EPs, or your singles.
Hmm.
Okay. And again, yeah, what do you think out there? Well, any of you other industry professionals out there, I think more so a single would be more easier to market, in my opinion.
Hmm.
For the simple fact is you're giving them a taste of who you are, a sample of your brand, and people can identify you with that song. All right. And especially if it's a great song, nice, catchy tune. The reality is that people's attention spans are less than a goldfish.
Yeah.
All right. A goldfish's attention span is 11 seconds.
Wow.
Yes. People's are 8 seconds. Hey, all right. So you got to catch them within the 8-second mark, whatever it is that you're putting out that may interest them. Okay. It's tough. That's why some artists or some music don't really make it, because you have to have that it factor in the music industry.
That's true. And that's another reason why, too, they say, don't have such long intros in your songs.
Correct.
If you're trying to market a song, you're trying to get people's attention right away. Well, they're not going to, the intro is too long. They're
Mhm.
going to leave and they're off somewhere else.
Right.
So, it's good to not have such a long intro in your song, unless of course that's not one of the songs that you're going to market heavily, but it may be a song that you put on your album, for people to discover, but it's not one that you're going to be pushing out there to market.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So it's more than just putting something out there and say, hey, look, go and check out my music. Or because I see a lot of that on different posts, even on our posts, some artists or a representative of artists may drop a video or so and say,
Mhm.
go stream this right here. And really that I wouldn't recommend doing that, because number one, people don't know you.
Right.
All right. And so it could be seen more as fishing, or is that, if that's the right word? Or
it's asking people to marry you before you've even dated.
That's a good.
It's asking for it's asking for the clothes before they even know what they're getting.
Right.
So, so it's definitely something where if you're putting your music out there and you want people to buy it, yes, but there's some preliminary work that you have to do first. You can't just drop the song, especially if you're a new artist. You can't just drop the song, hey, people, I've been working on this really hard. Nobody really cares. Everybody works hard. It's
pretty much.
Don't drop the song and say, okay, yeah, I've been working on it really hard for months. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and everybody's got a project that they're working on and that they've been working on for months, so that's not unique.
Right.
It's available on all of the digital channels. Well, so is everybody else's.
Mm-hmm.
What is special? What is unique? What's in the song, what's in the album, what's in the EP that's going to make me want to buy from you? As a Christian artist, so many artists are saying, God woke me up this morning and set me on my way. So that's not unique either, you know.
Because
It's
millions of
like,
others got the same testimony.
right, right. So
Mm,
I mean, it's very well, you have to, what we talk about it with branding, like we talked about branding last week. What is unique about you? That's the thing that you really need to share. What is unique about you?
mhm. Right.
Um, I like to listen to the guys at CD Baby, and one of the what's his name, Kevin Bruner. He's the VP of marketing over there. He likes to say, um, never start your bio with "I was born." That's not
By the
unique.
river.
Everybody was born. So, you know,
I
um,
like that.
so it's like it's what is unique about you. Um, One of the
Mhm.
things that I'm learning even more and more with other people and also with my own experiences. We had Stephanie Slaybaugh on a couple weeks ago, and she was saying how she never markets her music, she markets herself. She talks about
Right.
herself, her family, and it has garnered her a lot of fans.
Hmm.
When she posts something on Facebook, she gets a ton of engagement. When I've been to a few of her concerts, when I go in there, the room is usually full. That's not the case with a lot of artists whose concerts I go to. Even at showcases where there's lots of different artists,
Hmm.
and part of the reason is the artists themselves don't market it. But
Right.
um, there is there's a lot of concerts, a lot of these music events going on out there where people aren't showing up to because you haven't given them enough of a reason why they should they should rush home from work,
Hmm.
hurry up to eat dinner, get a babysitter, pay for the babysitter, get in the car, drive to an area of town that they're not that familiar with. Um,
Yes.
why they should fight the traffic to get there on time, why they should fight, to get parking, right?
Right.
To come in and see you sing
Mhm.
on stage or play on stage when you're just like every other artist out there,
Correct.
you
Exactly.
know. Um, there
Exactly.
is there is in this day and age in the music industry now, we have to market ourselves differently. It's something that I'm experiencing now. Shameless plug. I just
Hey, Terrell. Hmm.
Hey Terrell. I just oh, it looks like Mary is a Facebook user.
Oh man.
Um
Okay. Okay, man. Yeah.
yeah. So I just relaunched, not relaunched, but launched my coaching program. And part of what I'm doing to market it is to write emails and blog posts
Hmm.
that talk about who I am and what I'm doing.
Hmm.
Well, the one I released today told my story, how I got started in the music industry, what it was that brought me to, in front of you all,
Right.
um, and that post has gotten so much love, so much engagement, so much more than
Dope.
all of the valuable content that I have been posting for years. Really,
Wow.
people want to know about you and who you are. We like to hear stories. We like to know about people. Maybe it's because we're nosy. I don't know, but we like to know about people.
There it is. And it's testament to what you just said earlier. Talking about yourself, getting to know the person, all right, before they get to know
Yeah.
your music. What's up, Rico? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Rico. Oh,
Oh man,
can't
okay.
hear you. Oh,
Oh man,
oh, it's a,
I know.
a
Always
repeat of
do it.
last week.
I know, right? Yes. Hey, look. Hey, we are streaming from our YouTube channel. So if you go to our YouTube channel, you can comment on there. Make sure you go and subscribe to our page as well. All right. We love to connect with you on YouTube also. All right. Hey. Okay. There you go. Yeah, man. We hear you very good now.
You can hear me
Yes.
now? I'm good.
We can
Yes,
hear
sir.
you.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, man. Welcome, man. Yeah, man. How you?
I've been trying. Doing
Huh?
good. I'm trying to use them Carlos headphones, man. They just I don't know what's going on. JBL, bro. I have no idea, man. But
Man, yes, man. But yes, we got Rico with us. Yes, in the box. Awesome broadcast. It was a great show last week, and looking forward to tomorrow night. We have a man, Omega Sparks on there that's gonna be putting it down. All right, and hey, tonight we are talking about a couple of things, but the focus was on basically should you market a single, an EP, or an album? Which one is easier to?
Well, obviously, the single is gonna be easier. Now, if
That's
I'm
what I
choppy,
said.
let me know. Throw your hands and let me know.
Gotcha.
But let me, because I saw the conversation Simone was having, and Simone is right. Because what this is the deal. Everybody has a different fan base, right?
Right.
And depending on your fan base, now let's give three different options of how you may want to either do a single, do an EP, or do a full album, because there are three different scenarios, right? So
right.
when you are a new artist, nobody knows you, right? Doing an album is a waste of music, because you have to be strategic now as an independent artist. So if I'm a brand new artist and I'm just now say I'm gonna take my music serious and I want people to hear me, I am gonna start with singles. And every time I do a single, I'm gonna do a video, right? So each song should bring me in about 300 to 350 people. I'm sorry for talking so loud. I got a loud voice, man.
Oh no, man, you good.
Each single should bring in about 300 to 350 people, right? That you can add to your list, that you can actively start trying to vet and see who's going to be an actual fan. So out of those 350, you don't know who's going to stick around. But every song that you do as a single should bring you 350 new people. So basically that's how you work the singles. You use the singles to get people interested in what you're doing, because you got to understand it costs money to make music when you're independent artists, and you shouldn't be leasing any beats. And then we'll talk more about why you shouldn't do that. But you shouldn't be leasing beats because if you want to be able to get paid from streaming royalties, right? So so you don't really have a whole lot of money to just throw away, and just releasing the album outright. Because I know people who do that. The album really don't do nothing. Like, people don't, because you're giving away 10 songs or 15 songs. Some people say, well, I'll start with the EP. Again, you're giving away 5 to 6 or 5 to 7 songs when you're not properly working the song. So the first scenario, if I'm a new artist, I'm focusing on singles first, right?
Right. So
if I have 2,000 or 1,000 active followers, and I'm starting to pick up some steam, right? I've done the single work, and people kind of know I got some plays on my singles, and maybe I did 12, 13, 14 singles that's totally released separately. Then I may drop an EP and all in one unit, because I do have a body of people that this music can be for, right? So, but then if I'm an established artist, so I'll take an established artist like, I'm gonna say Bizzle or Derek Minor. Those guys do singles, or Thistle. Like, if Thistle drop an album, we want to hear Thistle's album, right? Because Thistle has a lot of people, right? He has a strong following. And that album, because you got to think that the music that you drop, it has to feed your base. If you only have 10 followers, why are you gonna drop an album? That's too much food. They're gonna dive over
eating, right? Exactly. So, and then also too, this is the season of award shows now, and so the Stellars is coming up this month. At the end of this month, a lot of people are going out and going to want to get on these showcases, and again, they have their album with them. But the reality is, again, you're in a room full of other artists that's doing the same thing that you're doing. And so you're out there, basically your goal should be go out there to meet people, to network. And so, hey, look, I got a single. That's less money going out of your pocket than having a whole album or a whole EP.
See, the problem that we have and that's what Simone was saying, and I think that a lot of people don't really understand that when you're independent artist, I'm not talking about the guys who want to be and that's looking for everything free. I'm talking about when you're an independent artist and you're spending money trying to get your music to bubble, you have to be strategic in how you spend your money. Now, if I'm an artist and I'm a producer and a combo, like a Dietrich Haddon, and what's going on, Terrell, and I can produce my music and I'm a singer too, then my decision may be a little bit different because I don't have to pay for music because I create my own music. Right. So then my decision making may be a little different. But as an independent artist, you guys have to start thinking about streaming. Nobody buys records anymore. Unless it's an impulse buy at a concert. If you got a table, people will support, but they're supporting because they're just seeing you come off stage. So you can get some sales right when you perform. But the easier, the more convenient way for people to buy your music, you'll sell more of your music.
Hey,
you know what I mean? So.
Definitely want to say hey to everybody that's tuned in on 24/7 Praise Radio on the Facebook page there. All right. Hey, again, join in on the conversation. We would love to get your questions or comments or so if you're an artist, because we're talking about, again, should you promote a single, EP, or an album? Which one makes sense the most? All right. Go ahead, Simone. If something that you was going to say too.
It sometimes it depends on where you are in your career. Just like Rico said, if you're a brand new artist, then definitely marketing singles will be easier. And if you don't have as much money, if you're just getting started, you don't have as much money to put into an album. So it's good to do singles right, up front to give people a taste of your music, to give them to start showcasing yourself and who you are and what you sound like. So so you find the people who would even like you and your music, because not everybody's gonna like you. So you have to put yourself out there in such a way that you find out who the people are that are gonna follow you, that like you, that connect with you and your story and your music. And it's easier to do that with a single than it is with a full album. And also, like Rico said, we're in a streaming society. People aren't even downloading anymore. So like iTunes shut down their store. And CD Baby's probably going to be next. Well, the only reason that CD Baby's keeping their download stores is because, they serve independent artists. So independent artists they don't make as much money on merch and on performances and that kind of stuff. So they depend on those downloads, but people aren't even downloading. Streaming is the thing. And now when streaming. Go ahead.
I'm saying real quick, you had mentioned something about CD Baby sent that they were shutting down something. So
they're shutting down their CD store.
Okay, so that's okay. All right.
They're not allowing artists to sell CDs from their site anymore. And it's probably because people aren't really buying them from the site anymore. And that was another thing I wanted to bring up. If albums work well, if you are an artist that is spending a lot of time on stage, you're out there and you're performing every week, several times a week, in several different cities. When you're making a connection with your audience on the stage in the moment. And so people want to be able to take a souvenir home. They want to take a piece of you home, if they really connected with you. So then having those CDs there where you can autograph them, you can draw pictures or whatever, you can, say, hey, somebody's name is on it. That's the kind of thing that makes people want to connect with you more when they get a chance to actually connect with you. You're out there hugging people and shaking hands and taking pictures and taking selfies and stuff together.
Right.
And then they're buying your CDs. They get that physical reminder in their hands of that experience with you. CDs work very, very well for that.
But definitely, again, as a new artist, and as you mentioned earlier, this, I always call it validation season, but this is, again, the music awards are here,
season,
and and it's like, okay, you dropping your music or just randomly posting on people's pages is not going to help get you sales. All right, I mean, just again, if they don't know you, nobody is downloading or buying your music. Bottom line, you got to build relationships. Correct. Go ahead, Rico. Man. Yeah.
I mean, the thing that I would tell independent artists, and I want to try, and that's the reason why I have In the Box, and why we have Eshe Music, we have Music Industry Makeover, because we're trying to educate you guys, because a lot of people don't tell you like the truth, right? People, they give you a little bit because they want to make money off you, or they don't really want to show you how we're in a different society now. The gatekeepers are out, the gatekeepers are dead. We're showing you, man, how to get around that gatekeeping mentality. And how you do that, you have to start thinking about streaming. So when I talked earlier and I said, well, hey, as an independent artist, you don't want to lease beats. Most producers are not going to tell you that. Why? Because they're making a lot of money selling beats. I'm a producer. I sell music, right? So I can speak in that to that specific to say a lot of producers are not going to tell you not to buy leased beats, because they want to keep selling that same beat 50 times. Well, see, the thing is the content ID. And it's like my fourth time saying it every time I get on, because I'm trying to educate you. You have to get it, right? So if that same beat is sold 20 times, because of you got to understand, our content ID system is relatively new. There's no way when that first person buy that beat for $10 and they load it up as a single, that song has been recorded in the content ID. So when the 19 other people that come along and release that same instrumental on new lyrics, because see, it's the instrumental that's in the content ID, not the lyrics in the content ID. That's what the algorithm is reading the music, right? So basically you're not gonna, and even as a producer, because I do it, if I load I do instrumentals and I load it into my catalog and release instrumentals. So if I sell that instrumental to someone else, guess what? I'm gonna get paid on that instrumental every time it plays through YouTube. So the thing is, it's called the art of leasing came about when cats was trying to be cheap. You can't be cheap now in the music business. It's a cheap way out, and the cheap way is gonna cost you something. You can do exclusive beats. Go to the producer and say, hey, I want to be able to buy beats exclusively. I know all producers are different. I have two types of licenses. I have a regular exclusive license, and then I have a premium exclusive license, right? So the premium exclusive, it's going to run you $1,200 to $1,500. But then you're able to get other back end money, and we share in a lot of other profits. The regular exclusive license, then you don't really get a whole lot of that share. You can't license video games, and you're not gonna get movie money because you're only paying a couple $100, man, for the beat. So you got there again. When you're an independent artist, your music career is an investment in yourself. And if you're cheap with yourself, you can't expect to get a big payout. But we're trying to educate you on how important it is to spend the money so that you can make more of a money. Go ahead.
And that's very, very important, because we're going to do another show on that or so, for us being raw about your situation as an artist, how serious you are really, okay, when it comes, because nobody's gonna tell you how to spend your money, but again, how hungry are you about pushing your music ministry or industry, whatever it is that you want to call it. And again, things, as a business, it has to make financial common sense. For example, I was involved with a situation. We went to this event, and the lady was asking us if we were going to join it. It's a musical event. I'm not going to call the name or so, but they wanted me to pay $50 for the year, and I'm like, okay, again, why am I paying you $50 when I could do this myself or so? All right, what's the value am I getting out of me paying this money to you? Because it doesn't make sense. And again, nothing personal against you, but it's just like, again, why, that's a win-lose situation.
We'll pay for money. I'll pay for money, but what's the value? So you said a key word. Conscientious purchasers want to see value for their dollar spent.
Correct.
If you're trying to offer a service and you're not, and this is the thing. I've been watching this Megan Thee Stallion debacle the whole week. And it's something that I think independent artists, you should understand too. If you haven't watched it, she's a rap artist and she signed a deal with this record company, and the record company gave her 40 points or 40 cents out of the dollar, which was a good deal for a new artist. It was a 360 deal. But then she said, well, it was a bad deal. First of all, when you're trying to do deals, you need to have an attorney if you don't know how to read contracts. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is, the record labels are dead. You shouldn't be doing a record deal. There's no point for it, right? Unless you're going into a partnership with the major label, meaning that you have to build your own career to where you're already making money. And then, hey, if a major label wants to come and step in and help you, then y'all work on partnership. You work on partnership deals. They get 50, you get 50. They put their machine behind you, but you ain't losing nothing. You making money because you come to the table. You come to the table with a few bags of money on your own, and you can get up and walk away. And that's the thing. As an independent artist, you guys have to stop being lazy. You're lazy. You want people to give you the day that somebody come to discover you in your kitchen and offer you all this money. I don't want somebody to give me a house on the Cadillac and take all my publishing, but I got a mansion and I got a Cadillac, right? I want my publishing, right? I want to own my master. So if I do run across, I'm at the store and I meet a cat that want to buy my music. He's a music supervisor in some big movie company, and he want to take my catalog, my music catalog, and license it. Well, if I don't own my masters, I can't do that deal. I'm gonna tell you, those deals in the music business, that's how the music deals happen in the music business. You go to a cookout, right? I remember doing a remix by a well-known artist, and I ended up getting that remix off of just hanging out. I wasn't looking for it.
So you build that relationship.
I built the relationship. And then when those situations happen, you want to be free and clear to be the only decision maker to make money on your situation. This is the reason why we have these platforms. This is the reason why when Simone is trying to tell you, why you need to spend the money, if you need help marketing, you can't have, I don't care how gifted, how solid you are. Me and Jonathan Frazier talked about it on In the Box last week. You cannot have marketing and money and without a good product. You can't have a product without marketing and money. You can't have marketing and money and you got a sucky product. It takes all three to be successful.
Most definitely. Yeah, it's the music industry makeover. All right. Hey, we dropping some knowledge to you. If you want to comment, go ahead. Feel free. You can comment on either of the platforms. I got my phone on. I can see it from there, or comment on our YouTube page so that we can post it. Either way, subscribe to us. We love to hear your questions or comments because again, it's all a teacher moment. We want to see you succeed. All right. Our goal is to see you succeed, but you have to want it. You have to be hungry for it. And as Rico said, stop, the days of you singing in your kitchen, hoping to be discovered. Those are long gone. Matter of fact, that's only in the movies. All right. Seriously.
And we're not trying to beat you up. I'm just saying that
Right.
I had horror stories, man. But when I didn't know the business, I go and I was a piece player. I would go in and I would finish songs from a music talent, this talent scout. He was a developer for major labels, and I would go in because I had a relationship. I would go in and I would piece play songs that wasn't finished. Well, I was so happy at that time just to be in a room with famous people. They're like, wow, I'm getting to work on so and so and so, right? I didn't talk no paperwork. I never even asked about paperwork. I was so happy. I was like, what, starstruck. I mean, all intents and purposes, talented, but then I go and I finish songs. Whether I program drums, whether I put in, bridges, play horn parts, whatever was needed. But then one day I woke up and I come to the radio and I hear my song on the radio. Like, I felt some kind of way, but I couldn't feel some kind of way because, man, I didn't talk about money. I didn't talk about the paperwork, and I didn't even act stupid with dude because it's like, hey, when I asked him about it, he's like, hey, you didn't mention it. I wasn't going to mention it. Hey, and that's the thing. The music business is 90% business and 10% music. You guys, you can't, because it's the new music business, I keep trying to stress this. You can't forget about the analog time and understanding the music business before the digital world happened, because you have to understand that time to understand how to move now, because it's kind of like a combination of the two. But you have to do more of the work on your own. You know what I mean? And if you don't know how to do it, you have to pay people to help you.
Hey, Kevin James, exactly. Yes, got to pay people like Kevin James or Music Industry Makeover. Hey, knowledge is power, as Mary says. But again, use knowledge is power. Because again, a lot of you all get knowledge, but if you don't do anything with it, it's just there. Okay.
Absolutely.
Again, so yeah. Oh yes. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Definitely got to give a shout out there to our sponsor. So we appreciate her sponsoring Patricia for Spectrum. All right. Hey, if you want that deal, make sure you go and get that deal right there. TV, internet, and voice. Okay. All under $100. And she can even go lower than that. So, hey, because a lot of people value entertainment. So, hey, we're going to give you what you want. Okay. Somebody said Jerry Buster Brown Simmons says this is a hybrid era. So
it is a hybrid era.
It is. It is. I mean, for a lot of artists, for too many artists, it's hard to be hybrid because one side is not looking at them. There's too many artists out here all vying for the same platforms. And if those platforms are not looking at you and they don't have time for you, then you have to look at the other side and you have to really push on that other side, because this side is not going to do it until you get to a certain point. As you're working it by yourself or with your own team, and you're out there building up your fan base and you're building your list and your audience, and they're making so much noise that now the gatekeepers are starting to pay attention. Now this other side is looking and saying, hey, what's going on over here? We need to be a part of that because they're excited. They're really making some noise. They're doing some things.
There it is. Yeah. Again, you are doing some things because you're working. All right. I like what Rick Barker says. The problem is not drowning, it's standing still. All right, staying still. So again, if you're not going to do what it takes to be successful, then where you think your music career is going to go. All right. Hey, what's up, Angel? How you doing? Yeah, go ahead, Rico.
We're giving you the formula. Singles, you got to use the singles to start your career off as an independent artist.
Singles, yes.
Right? You should be using the singles to reach new people. Use it as a mechanism, a tool to get people interested in music. Because what happens is when you release an album, as you're getting going, you just throwing away good music. And some people say, well, I'm not throwing it away. I got people that's what I'm doing. Well, man, you want to get people kind of addicted to you, right? If you take time to formulate a hit as a single, and people love that single, and you take time and you do a video to it. So now you're gonna do a couple things. If you're on YouTube, when you post a video on YouTube, you start to monetize that video after 1,000 views, right? So you're starting to get paid for that video after 1,000 views. So you don't post that song nowhere else except on YouTube as far as the video is concerned, or as long as if you link it out, make sure that it's a link from YouTube. So if you do place it on your website, you do place it on another site, every time somebody click on that video, it's gonna count as a YouTube play, so you can hurry and get to that 1,000, so you can start making money, right? So you got to use a strategy. The guys there are guys that are getting money every month, from the digital realm, digital platforms, because they use a strategy on building their base. Because you don't need 1 million people to support what you're doing. You just need 1,000 a month. We always keep saying this.
Right.
You only need 1,000 artists to make $100,000 a year, but you have to start somewhere, and you start with singles. And you can't you can't be lazy.
Right, as Kevin said. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Laziness will get you. All right, procrastination is the thief of all time. All right. No, regardless if you want to over spiritualize this or so, God gave you something, he promised you something. Yes, he did. But if you don't go and work it, faith without works is dead. Okay. Again, no matter how many promises God may give you, if you don't work it, it's not going to happen. And that's
right.
Yeah. Yes. Go ahead, Joe.
Well, it's smart work too. A lot of you guys are out there, you're grinding, you're working hard, you're putting out your music, and you're watching this show, you're watching other shows, and you're taking you're taking the advice that we're posting out there for free. I just want to let you know that if you think that is enough, I'm here to tell you right now, it's not. No, I tried it. I tried the same thing. I listen to podcasts every day. I read books. Yeah. I try to, figure out, and take what people are giving away for free. It's helped. It can get you so far. But what's really going to accelerate is actually getting into someone's program and allowing them to walk you through their steps and actually getting those nitty-gritty details and the actual how to do stuff. Because what we do here, and there were some things that I was doing on my own. I was doing okay, but it's only when I got into a program, I got a coach, that I got all the actual details, the nitty-gritty details that they only give their clients, that I am able to accelerate. Why try to piece together all the different things that people are telling you here and there, when if you get into a program and you invest that time and money in a program, I mean, goodness gracious, it will help you so much, because you're not just getting what to do. They're going to give you how to do it. They give you all the details. I mean, there's no way you can get everything you need by just watching this podcast every week. Right. We do our best, but we're not going to give you all of the details. No. Why would we do that when we're a business too? We want you to come in and let us help you. Let us help you move forward. But, if you want to just watch the podcast every week, it'll help you out, but it's only going to get you so far.
I'm going to tell you, the clients that we have, we do show them in detail, but there are times that our clients need encouragement. They need someone to kind of sit down and hold that hand and say, hold on, let me explain this to you why. Or let me understand this is why we're doing this. When you pick up the phone and you're feeling discouraged, you feel like that something is not working. The problem with doing a Frankenstein approach, those people don't know you. you're trying to shish kebab information together to make it edible, and you don't even really know if some of those tips are good. You can use them, but there is timing. There may be some
Right,
other
Kevin.
things that you may need to go along with that, you know, and then at the same time, you may need just some help getting started, you know, because I spent a couple hours of the night with a guy going through administration, just showing him how to get started on the paper end of his stuff, right? And so that's very important as well. It's important. You know, I'm not saying we're in the age now, 5 or 6 years ago, you could sign on and somebody would be giving free stuff away, and the free stuff was of quality.
Right.
This is 2020. You can get some free information, but it's not going to be the information that's going to take you from start to finish. Yes, you can find some successes in the information, but you got to have consistency. And you need, if you don't know this music business or the new digital era of, you know, you got to know social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we can't do your social media for you, right? We'll do some, but you got to do some of your social media. You need to understand why you're doing it, because we're helping you, showing you, holding your hand, how to build a fan base, getting on and creating engagement. You know, if you do a single, talk about your song. Well, where did the song come from? Like, what, you know, I was riding and I was listening to the audiobook by Prodigy from Mobb Deep. And Prodigy is dead now. But I really love the fact that he actually did the audiobook. It was his voice. He was talking about it, and he just was sharing his industry stories, things that you never knew. Believe it or not, if you shared your story with your fans about what you was thinking about when you created a song, right? That would create a lot of engagement with your fans, and that would be a start for them to kind of engage with you. But go ahead.
Yeah, hey, well said, both of y'all. Awesome. I like Kevin says, I always say I can give you the roadmaps, but you need me to drive the car. Okay. I mean, pretty much. But again, you know, that's that team. Nobody is successful by themselves. All right. You look at every successful person, even Jesus. Okay. While he was on this earth, he could have done everything, but he chose his disciples. Exactly. All right. He sent them about 2 by 2. Okay. Again, that's a team right there. All right. They went 2 by 2 and came back with excellent report. All right. He had 12 apostles, 12 disciples there. All right. Again, a team. Nobody can do anything by themselves. Matter of fact, let's take it to Genesis. He said, let us make man in our image. Okay. Again, together. So, I know some of y'all might like the old song by Vicky Winans, as long as I got King Jesus, I don't need nobody else. So, all right. Well,
that's not true.
No, that sounds
not biblical
good.
Either.
No.
And I think
right.
A lot of times, man, people start thinking about that money, right? The music business is
there you go.
Designed. You get greedy.
There you go.
And I would say this. I would rather have, 30% of $10 million versus 100% of $1,000. Right? You catch that?
Yeah, I caught that.
And I think as an artist, you get so gung-ho about what you're doing, right? To where you don't want to share. You can share by creating your own team, but it's about creating what type of team. When you go to a concert, I like Kendrick Lamar. I love Kendrick Lamar's concerts because he has crazy stage props, man. He puts on a great show, but those props cost a lot of money. And I know he couldn't do those props by himself. Why am I talking about? Because as the Bible says, the children of darkness is wiser than the children of light. Right? That's the scripture.
That's
right?
Scripture.
So you can learn a lot from mainstream artists, right, and how they do things. You may not be able to do it to that level, but you can certainly, man, have some great takeaways from it. But they are very, very professional. The ones that are really serious about their craft. If you're serious about your craft, you got to put time and money behind yourself. Go ahead, Simone.
Yeah,
you want to say something?
Yeah, reprogramming your mind. Yeah, go ahead.
Hmm. Well, I mean, it's also good to have somebody to help you walk you through what you're doing. And when you're working with somebody, you can ask them questions about your specific issue. Whereas here we can only generalize, can only give you what we think everybody is pretty much going through. But if your situation is unique, you're doing something a little bit different. I actually had a call recently with an artist who wanted to ask me about her, um, and she joined my membership program. She wanted to ask me about her, you know, and her ministry and what she should do and how she should market. And I was prepared to give her some pretty general stuff, but then I asked her first, like, what is it that you're doing? What's your niche? What are you trying to do? And when she explained it to me, it was so unique and so different that of course I had to switch switch my brain around and say, oh, okay, well, then this is what you should be looking at. This is what you should be doing, because your situation is different from a lot of the artists that we talk to every day, that we talk to here on the podcast. So we can't give you that kind of in-depth, unique advice unless we're actually working with you.
Pretty much. And I mean, again, a business, if and all you business owners out there, radio station owners, things like that, they say in business, if you're not making money, then you just have an expensive hobby. Okay. So again, either you are a business or you're just an expensive hobby. And you have to determine what it is that you want to do.
I know I'm kind of switching topics again, but one thing I wanted to say about singles too is when you're releasing a single, say every 6 weeks or so, depending on if you're able to do that or not, that's a good way to keep your audience engaged, because you're putting out content on a pretty regular basis. So you're putting out something that can keep your audience excited, get them excited again and again for what it is you're doing. So I think that's really something pretty special that that you can use to help you keep the conversation going with your fans. And like Rico said, talk about, don't just say, hey, my new song is coming, and that's all you say. And then when the song is here, hey, my new song is here, go buy it. Talk about what the song is about. Why did you become an artist? Why did you write the song? Why did you decide to sing the song if somebody else wrote the song?
Right.
What does it say to you? What should it say to them? What are they going to get out of it? What's in it for them, right? That's something you should always have in the back of your mind. Like when you're marketing yourself and you're marketing your music to your fans, always think, what's in it for them?
What's in it for them? Yeah, because they are the consumer, just like you. You are a consumer. Well, right? We all have that consumer mentality, so we want something, say in return. So, hey, again, hey guys, make sure we got what 6 minutes. If we'll take any questions or comments or so. We again appreciate you all tuning in and listening, because again, we enjoy coming here and bringing this to you every week. All right, yes, and more money. Yes, you definitely need some money for sure. As Rico say, the three things, and
you need money, marketing, and you need a solid product. And I just want to add a caveat to what Simone said. If you got 12 songs ready for an album or 14 songs for an album, man, stage those songs out as singles every 6 weeks. So instead of releasing a whole album, you already got 13 more songs ready to come in 6 weeks, so you don't have to worry about follow-up engagement. I had one of my artists, he didn't have enough money, man, for a video all at one time. So he paid a guy to shoot the video, right? And he'll pay, and then you can get somebody else to edit it, at the same time. Guy charges $75 to shoot the video. right? So I'm just saying there's a lot of different things that you can do, but you need to have a plan. And that's what we're here for. We're here to help you develop a plan.
Kevin.
There's a lot of once you have built the base, they're gonna look for more. Exactly. There's a lot of different ways that Simone said that you can do. Just like when she was on the phone with the artist and she didn't know which way the artist was gonna go, she had to adjust. The music business is a labyrinth. Not the music business, but just the music domain itself is a labyrinth. It's a maze. It's a lot of different ways that you can travel, right? But you want to have a plan, and you want to know how. Every artist should have a business model.
Right.
A business model. The business model for is not going to be the same business model for artist B. Right?
I was just about to say that in the music industry. Yeah. I was just to piggyback what you said. In the music industry, there is no cookie cutter. It's different for everybody. Yeah, go ahead. Finish your thoughts. Sorry.
Yeah.
And you won't find out. You will not find what works for you until you start going, and then that's how you kind of carve out your own business model. You can't. You got some trials and errors, But hey, that's all I want to say on that. So I know we got a couple of minutes left, man. So
yes, the music industry makeover. Yes, okay. Hey, we are here to help you build a fan base so that you can make money. All right, and you can make money. You have a product. You have something that's valuable that the world needs to hear. Yes. Hey, you have any questions for us? That's all right. And as I said, we always look forward to coming here and bringing you the music industry makeover. Don't forget, in the box tomorrow. Okay. Hey, you definitely want to tune in at 9:00 on Rico's page. Got another awesome guest, and also if you would like to be a and another show we have. Yes, Simone, her show is coming. Well, actually, it's already here, right?
It's here.
Is that? Yes.
Yeah, I finally relaunched my podcast, and you can find that on YouTube. And you have to search for it. Search for Eshe Music because it won't come up under my name. And I don't have a URL yet. I don't have as many subscribers. So when you get there, subscribe.
There you go.
Yeah. So the show that I posted on Wednesday the topic is branding. What is branding and why is it important? So check that out. I would love it if you would support that show.
And everything that we are talking to you about, we are doing it ourselves. All right. We are practicing what we preach. So just wanted to put that out there because I don't believe in telling folks and then I'm not doing the information that I'm giving them. Okay, so we are doing exactly what we say, and so we can help you get to where you're going as well too. Also, if you want to be a sponsor of our shows, okay, hey, again, we have sponsorship package, and we definitely put you on all the shows. So and again, get at us. Go to musicindustrymakeover.com. We'd love to connect with you. As I say, that's one of our sponsors there, Miss Patricia. Make sure you contact her. We thank her for being a part of it. All right, I think we got another comment from Jerry there. So he says that do you think reaching out to these radio stations one by one is the best way to get spins, or do you go through in a radio agency that reach out to DJs?
All right, so you want me to answer that, Ron, or you want to jump on it? You want me to answer?
I'll piggyback off of you. Go ahead.
So let's talk about radio stations. Like terrestrial radio, you don't want to spend time on that. I'm gonna show you a way right now. This is one of those golden nuggets. You probably want to grab your pen and a quick sheet of paper. We're gonna write it down. We're gonna give you a freebie. We done already talked about it. Internet radio is the way to go. You start with stations that have 1,000 or less listeners. Reach out to the owners. Those station owners are looking to grow the station, right? They're not really making money with 1,000 listeners. You break bread with that station. You form a relationship with the owner of that internet radio, and pretty much, even if you spend $20 or $25 to do a campaign, because that's more than probably that station owner is probably getting from 1,000 people that's probably not interacting a whole lot, right? And you take that formula and you do it 10 times. 10 times 1,000 is what? 100,000. So So you can keep repeating that.
10,000 is 10,000.
10,000.
10,000. Okay, 10,000. Okay, my bad. I'm Lord have mercy. Okay, 10,000. So you can have 10,000 listeners after 10 stations with 1,000 less listeners, and it's a much easier to get your music played in rotation. You can't really get you won't even get really able to get feedback because unless that station owner is paying other monies, they don't really know what songs that people are clicking on, listening to, or interacting with. And as a station owner, 1,000 list stations, station owner may not want to spend that money to get those analytics, but you still can build that relationship, and I trust you. If that station owner grows from 1,000 to 10,000, guess what? You're growing with them. You got to establish a relationship. You have your own platform. Now, DJs are very important. Don't dismiss DJs. Any DJ that you can give this pass your music off to, I don't care if they got 5 people that they spend for. That's 5 people that love your music, and that 5 people branch out and play it, brother. So go to DJs, but go with the right attitude. Even if you go to the DJ and say, man, here go $10. Keep me in rotation. Because there are so many people that's looking for something for free. You got to get yourself in the mindset of paying your own way, not favoring your own way, right? Because you're not, if you come into the game looking for favors and people do favors for you, then you may have to do a favor back that you may not like. So go in and paying your way without looking for favors. Go ahead, bro.
And when he's saying paying your way, you're paying for marketing, okay? Again, that DJ is going to promote you. Like myself, I'm on 18 different radio stations, okay? Yeah, I have access to other platforms and other DJs. So as an artist sends me music that I think is hot, like, oh yeah, I'm sending it to DJ such and such, DJ this and that. Because again, it's about building relationships,
right?
Okay, and so when you have those relationships, or so they're going to play from me a music a lot faster than they would from you because they don't know you. So again, support the DJs as he says. You know what I'm saying? Build that relationship. Sow some money. DJs like myself can cut commercials for you, can give you other sorts of advertisement. So it's not just to play your music. So because the DJ has to like your stuff if it fits their format. All right. And as you said, with internet radio, that is the way to go. Terrestrial radio, gospel terrestrial radio, the maximum listeners that listen mostly are 65 and up. All right. Again, those stations that the ones to charge me to be on, which I get it. They need to make money, but it has to make. Right. But again, there's a difference between charging and then extorting money from me because they don't have the listenership for us with urban gospel and Christian hip hop either. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. I like that word extort because
right.
Those stations, man, and we talked about on my show last week about independent radio promoters, which are brokers. You got to
brokers, right?
You have a sack of money, to be able to get your stuff played, and it's really not the money that you got to spend to get a real solid radio campaign going. You take that same money and you go to internet radio, you're going to come out way ahead, right? And you don't found a friend. Because the thing is, like right now, our platforms are growing. My platform, Music Industry Makeover, Eshe Music, you come in and you sponsor. Obviously we have people that rock with us. When we get rolling, we're going to do more for those people that held us down. That's how the music business works. When I was listening to Prodigy, and I try to listen to everything and learn from it. I don't care who, I can learn from a squirrel, right? The one common denominator that I heard when listening to his audiobook was, like, he came up with Nas, he came up with 50 Cent, like all these cats that they were all together and they built relationships. So you look at it now, when those guys just hop on platforms and they get little deals and they get other little opportunities, it's because behind the scenes they built relationship with these people, right? That's how the music business works. If you need to shoot videos and you got money, say you got somebody that's have a lot of time, he really super talented, but maybe his camera is crappy, right? Go to that person and say, look, man, I'm sitting on 10 grand, or I got a credit card for 10,000. You go to that person that's good with videos and y'all cut a deal together.
Hey,
let's
Hope.
go. Let's do business together. I'm gonna buy a camera. You know, and pretty much I'm gonna put it in your hands. I'm a part owner of the business. I'm gonna buy you this camera.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna shoot videos and edit everything that I do. You invested in this business as well. Y'all work together, cause that's how those cats, man, do it, right?
There you go.
When Rick Ross was doing his own videos, he hired a video guy to shoot his videos instead of having to go to the record companies to get budgets to shoot videos. He started shooting his own videos. So you can take a lot from those cats on the business acumen side of it. Learn how to be creative financing and building relationships. We need to be better with that in the body of Christ, man.
Most definitely. Praise God. Once again, give a shout out to Hope, who's watching us. Hope Cherie Smith. She has her new single that's out. All right. He taught me how to love. I had the privilege of being in her her music video that she shot here. And so yeah, definitely go check that out.
Okay, then.
Hey, Hope. Hey, if you need us to help market you, hey, we are here, the Music Industry Makeover. All right. And also Andre DJ Conversion of Transformation Radio 12.2. Yes, I'm actually on that station. Hey, I'm on every day at 11 o'clock. And so thank you for joining us. Again, support internet radio, guys. All right. That's your ally. Internet radio.
That was a service we provided, huh? We offer ourselves.
We offer
as actors in your video.
Yeah. Yeah.
All up in the video. All
dancing. True. Yes. So yes, again, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. All right. Yes. Oh yeah. Hope says secular cats do work together. Exactly. That's why the Bible says the children of darkness are much wiser than the children of light. So
we gotta stop. We gotta stop being selfish, man. And the thing is, there's a lot of opportunity. You gotta be creative. You can get things done creatively if you know how to build relationships, man.
Most definitely,
it's important.
And again, we got some great things are coming down the pipeline. All right. Again, shout outs to the Gospel Hip Hop Awards down in Atlanta, May 23rd, Memorial Day weekend. So we'll be down there. I was nominated for Gospel Hip Hop DJ of the Year. So and again, I didn't go around seeking it. Somebody felt like they that I deserved it, so they nominated me. So thank you so much. And I know again, this is validation season, the Stellar Awards and all other kind of awards that are happening.
Validation season.
Market your music. Put that money with your music. If you're gonna go there, make sure you go and network. Go there with a purpose, but don't go there trying to be discovered. All right, because there's millions of other artists just like yourself. So again, I'm not trying to bust the bubble, but it is reality. Okay, but yes. So again, tomorrow night, hey, in the box with Rico. Okay, hey, you don't want to miss out on it. And again, make sure you go and subscribe. Hey, thank you so much, Hope. Make sure you go and subscribe. Okay, to our YouTube page as well as our Music Industry Makeover page. We got a lot of great things coming, bringing the fellowship back soon as well. A gospel party, grown folk gospel party. Food, live entertainment, dancing, all that. And see, again, that's another service we provide, live entertainment, to where you as an artist, we are putting you in front of live bodies. So we're making what we have valuable and so impressive to where, hey, you got a team with you.
And if you can, go to Southern Emperor on YouTube and subscribe to the page, because I'll be posting all the videos. If you missed the video on tomorrow, we're gonna have Omega Sparks on. Got some good surprises for you. Every week I try to bring on somebody that got a lot to give to you, that's very, very talented. And if you can, go subscribe to the page. If you're missing some previous episodes, you can watch them all right there. Don't forget to go to Simone's page at Music and subscribe that same way. And subscribe to Music Industry Makeover if you haven't done that.
And my music video show, DJ Ronnie Ron's Top 10 Videos. All right, go and subscribe there if you haven't.
And
so again,
hey,
to God be the glory.
Music video show, it's just gonna get better.
There's some really good music on there.
Very good.
Thank
music,
you, thank you. God be the glory.
Like we gotta learn how to support each other, man. And we're doing all this stuff, man, for you. You don't have to wait till something get big and blow up. you know, we trying to blow it up now, man. Jump
Grow
on
with
board.
us. Jump on board. Why not? Okay. Hey, y'all have a blessed one. Remember, you matter in the kingdom of God. Don't compare yourself or your ministry to anyone else. Just do what God's called you to do, and you'll be just fine. Yeah, go ahead, Simone, and then Rico. Say your last goodbyes there.
Well, my call to action is to visit musicindustrymakeover.com and look at what we have to offer. Check it out, and email us and let us know what you're interested in and when you'd like to get started. We're here to help you. It's a premium service, so it's one of those services where we actually do stuff for you to help you in your marketing and get you out there on not just our own platforms, but on platforms, but other platforms.
Yes.
So visit musicindustrymakeover.com.
Yeah, Rico.
So, hey, I'm here. Don't forget to come to the show tomorrow night at In the Box. It's going to be at 9 p.m. We're going to have Omega Sparks on. Go to my YouTube page, Southern Emperor. Subscribe to the page if you can. I also have another show that I'm trying to finish up to get ready to bring. It's called Just Life. It's for people that if you struggle with depression, if you struggle with overcoming obstacles, if you always feel like, you know, you're just getting the short end of the stick, it's a show to help encourage you, to talk about real life stuff and help you overcome and accomplish and achieve some of those things that you want to achieve without, you know, going through the negativity. So if you can, but also if you go to Southern Emperor YouTube, I already have some old archive episodes. It's going to look a little different, but still the information is there with me talking about a lot of different things I think is important for you. So,
all right. Amen. Let's do it. Hey, well, till next week. Hey, God bless you. We'll see you again. All right. Peace.